Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the commodities and stock market of the video. And today I'll be doing both of them in one video because I have places to go. And so I'll try to squeeze all of them in 20 minutes. And let's get started. So we'll be looking at natural gas, oil, gold, and silver, as well as the US dollar, as well as QQQ, S&P 500, Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Meta. So feel free to skip to those tickers in the timestamps below in the comments on YouTube. And it will jump right away to that stock ticker. Or you can watch the whole thing because it'll give you more perspective on the market overall because those 7 stocks move the markets. All right, let's take a look at natural gas. So today we finally broke out of our tiny range. So yesterday I was talking about that we are just in striking distance over here. So this is the resistance and this is the support, and that's the tiny range that we just broken out of. But we are still in the sideways tiny range. As you can see, very clear. This is the top of the sideways range, and this is the bottom of the sideways range. You can see all these rejections over here as well in this current run that we are at. So pretty much we tested this 3.05 level 5 times already. So this is our 5th time, and we have an initial rejection. Doesn't mean it's game over for the bulls yet. We are still outside of that tiny range, so we're still outside of this level. And it doesn't make sense that we pull back initially and we back tested it. So you can see we back tested this, what is it called? The original resistance now acting as support. So that's a good sign. So we pretty much broke out of this with bull volume coming in, came back below and tested this maroon looking resistance line. Now it's acting as support. That's what we want to see. Prior resistance now acting as strong support. So now the question is, can the bulls continue after playing defense here? So we want to see us continuing to bounce tomorrow because we are in a hourly uptrend, and that's a good sign. So we want the hourly uptrend to continue. If we don't break that 3.05 sideways zone right here, very, very clear resistance. This is our 5th time there. Then we may potentially be chopping around here. Below it for a bit. Let's see if we can test it again. We are in a daily uptrend now. After today, we have broken above Friday's high, so that's a good sign. So let's see if we get some momentum going tomorrow. All right, UNG, same thing. Finally broke out this falling wedge. This is a tradable ticker for natural gas. So you can see this resistance. This is support. Broke out of it, even though we came back. Within the 15-minute. So we came back, same thing, retested that falling wedge. Resistance now acting as support. So we bounced off of it. That's the ideal scenario. The last thing we want to see as a bull is break out of that range that we have been tightening up for months and then came straight back into it. So it doesn't make sense that the bulls did play defense here and bounces off of there. But I want to see more follow through from that bounce into tomorrow. Hourly trend is in Let's see, is this an hourly uptrend or not? Very small pivot here on the pre-market, but you can count that as hourly uptrend. But daily, it's just one initial move. So let's see. Actually, nope. Daily is on an uptrend because of this pivot being set higher than this one. This was an initial move. This was the pivot being set. Now we're broken above the previous high. So that's an hourly daily uptrend confirmed. And we are testing also, you can see all these resistance here at this level, all this resistance here at this level. Same thing with natural gas at a key resistance level at this $7 range. So let's see if they can break it up tomorrow. All right, let's take a look at oil. So it looks like it just went for a waterfall, found a water slide today. And let's take a look here. Wow, 5% down on oil. So that is a huge drop. And we have not even confirmed a daily downtrend yet because this is just one initial move from top to the bottom. And it looks like we just went straight into the next level of support. After breaking, after gapping below 78, we went straight to this next level of support right there. Pretty much filling this gap too, both of these gaps. And then bounce off of the top of this range. You can see there's support on this range. A resistance now is acting in support. Doesn't mean that we're going to bounce it right here because commodities their nature, their nature. What is it called? Their characteristics is that they can move both ways very unexpectedly. Like it just gets oversold and it just gets oversold forever. It's not like a stock where, for example, Apple is, let's say, it's very, very oversold on every time frame, right? People are going to buy it up in their retirement savings account or tax-free savings account, whatever it is, right? People are not going to come to oil just because it's oversold and they're going to buy it in their RRSP or whatever, right? So the characteristic of commodities is a little bit different. When things get super oversold, doesn't mean it's going to bounce. Same thing as when it gets super overbought, doesn't mean it's going to pull back. It can still continue for longer. And right now, we're not even oversold on the daily time frame, right? It may look like a big drop. We're still at like 38, so it can still go more. But shorter term time frame, let's say on the hourly, we may get a bounce on the hourly. Let's say we get a bounce like that, cool things off a little bit, then it can still go, right? So 75 is the support that I'm looking at to see if they can hold. There's still a bear flag at the moment, and we'll see if the bear flag gets negated or not tomorrow. Take a look at gold. Let's see, the dollar pullback today. I'm pretty sure the dollar would pull back slightly today. Okay, slight pullback today. Overnight here, and then just kind of tightens up. So, very weak for the gold, despite the dollar being slightly okay. But like it's really not doing anything at the moment. So I know a lot of people are thinking about adding it here. Yeah, you may get a bounce. Silver, same thing. But yeah, this is just a daily bear flag. Let's see, we're not nowhere even near negating it. We got to get over 1866 over here. That's 38.2% to negate that bear flag. We just bounced like maybe like 10% of this whole drop. Still extremely weak. No signs of bounce even on the hourly. We can't even bounce like 0.5%. It just literally just chops around here, and someone is forming another bear flag. Bear flag after bear flags. So now try to nail the bottom here. You can see a lot of wicks here. You can try to set your stop loss here, but give it a shot one time, and maybe because you don't want to be stopping out every time you try. So you tried it over here, you tried it over here, you tried it over here, right? You tried it over here. But if you haven't tried it yet, give it a shot here. And you get nail the bottom. But traders, we don't try to nail bottoms or tops because it's not gonna be right all the time. So we'll just take our probabilities of our chances. So right now, dollar is still in daily uptrend. This pullback could just be the same thing as this pullback, not that big of a deal. All these pullbacks testing EMA 12, this teal looking line always bounces. So far we'll see if it bounces again from there. If we do pull back to the 12 EMA or the 12 EMA catches up. Hourly chart, same thing. There's a tiny range here. You can see very clear tiny range. It would very likely break in the next couple of hours or tomorrow, pretty much. So we'll see which way this breaks. If this breaks, we can that way because we're getting super tight now. 8 minutes in. So let's see. Jumping to the stock market update videos. So right now we start with QQQ, and then we'll go through the whole list from here. So QQQ I talked about yesterday, where on the daily chart we did not make a new low on compared to this low on Wednesday. SPY did. So there is a chance that I said yesterday that we are extreme fears on the fear and greed index. So that potentially bulls may want to shape up a higher low, meaning this low is higher than this low, and try for that daily uptrend to confirm. So far, today's an inside bar, even though it doesn't feel like it. It feels like a very, very strong green day. Today's inside bar, and still we haven't gone over the 12 EMA, right? The steel looking line has been rejecting from QQ. Today's the 4th time we touched it, and we closed. Pretty much, we ran out of time during the end of the day. But if we get another red day tomorrow, then that's another rejection. So far, we'll see if it happens. But if we do break above Friday's high, we have a daily uptrend confirmed, and we're very likely going to close this gap if that happens. So we'll see if QQ bulls can shape that up tomorrow or into Friday, and we'll see how many percent are we away from that. We're about 1% away from Friday's high. And if we break the high, we will get definitely get some follow through because that'll be a daily uptrend confirming. So on SPY, yesterday I said if QQ doesn't confirm that downtrend, SPY is going to be a daily bear flag without follow through, which is starting to shape up. We can't say without follow through yet at this moment. So this was the drop. This was the flag. So we had that flag confirmed yesterday. It's a bear flag confirming because we broke below this Wednesday's low and QQQ didn't. So I said if QQQ bounces, then it's going to drag SPY up and it'll be a lack of follow through from that bear flag. But we still need a bigger bounce than to say that this bear flag is negated because it's still an inside bar inside yesterday's bar. Do break above 426 and this 428 zone of this cluster zone, then that's definitely a bear flag without follow through. And we still need to get over 12 EMA as well. This teal looking line, rejection, same thing. Tesla, right up move today. So yesterday, for the last 3 days, I said that Tesla is in relative strength because it's very clear while the market is dropping, Tesla was holding its structure very, very well. And you can see that big tiny range up and very clear, big up, big down, big up, gets smaller and smaller. And then the reason we can say that this pivot was being set is because this cluster of volume acted as a strong support. And for the last 4 days, we just held very, very, very well. And I said, if you just had a slight green day tomorrow, we're probably going to break above 252. And we did. So it wasn't a small green day. It was a pretty big green day for QQ. That's where we had so much more upside. Broke it here in the morning, retested, continued higher. You can see all these bull volume coming in. We broke above it. This quadruple top right there. Yeah, slightly, let's see. I would say just relative performance. No strength, no weakness here today. Held the 12 EMA again, so that's a good sign. So finally started its daily consolidation yesterday. Bounced off the 12 EMA. Once, bounced off the 12 EMA again today. So what I want to see is we break above this double top right there at 451 to confirm a daily uptrend. Right now, just in the neutral trend. So we needed to break that above that. The daily uptrend because this is just one initial move. Yep. There's a little bit of resistance here as well. 441. See, but the key is definitely 450, 451 zone. Break above that, then we will get our daily uptrend. Probably get more follow through from there. So Apple was not doing anything in the morning. Let's see how 12 minutes. So Apple wasn't doing anything in the morning. It's kind of just going chopping sideways and then holding flat. You can see that we didn't even get over above yesterday's high, even though Apple held very well yesterday as well. So it doesn't make sense because Apple didn't drop as much yesterday, holding the market up. So Apple today didn't really go up as much. Essentially, we are within Monday's range, but same thing. 12 EMA, this teal looking line has a strong distance on the way down because on the way up here, it was acting as strong support. And very, very clear rejection, rejection, another 2 times here, 3, 4, 5, 5th rejection, but you're literally like 0.2% away from it. Super close tracking distance. So tomorrow, we get like 2 candles that are green. It'll be above it, but doesn't mean if we're above it for 2 candles, it's a break above. We want to see a daily candle close above 12 EMA. That's what I want to see from Apple Bulls. We get daily candle close above 12 EMA. We're probably going to come up to 175 and then 177 zone, the zone to test that area. If we do break above that 12 EMA. So Amazon, let's see here. Also held its low on Thursday's low. Has a chance of trying to confirm a daily uptrend as well, but still cannot break above its 12 EMA either. And it was pretty weak in the morning. This is a strong move, and then just went straight sideways until the end of the day. QQ made a huge boom move again into the end of the day, and just retested its double top. So it's relatively a little bit weaker than QQ. So it really needs to get over 127, and you see all these wicks above here. Testing it. Let's get through 127. Then we're looking back up at 128 and 130. Pretty much 130. If we break that, 130.47, we also have a daily uptrend confirm if that happens. We're 2.7% away, so that's quite a bit away. But we'll see. It needs to break the 12 EMA first, and then break above 130.47 for daily uptrend to confirm. Right now, it's still in a daily downtrend, so we will see. Google relative outperformance today, and looking good. Let's see here. So this is one straight move up. So we may potentially get like a tiny range because it's a big move down and straight down, big move straight up. Let's say we may just chop around like that. Ideally, we don't break below 133 because that's the chop zone down here. Now we're back up above this zone, right? So we want to see Google go back above the top of the zone and then chop within that zone. That would be nice for Google bulls to come up to test this 52-week high area around 138. Ideal scenario. And we'll see. This may form a big head and shoulders. But this goes a little bit higher, then that will get negated. So see if that happens. But Google bulls closing high of its day with sign just right under resistance 135. We'll see if we can get over it tomorrow. Microsoft here. Let's see. Giving us a similar look to Amazon, but a little bit stronger than Amazon. Held above its triple bottom here. Pivot yesterday. So that means this low is higher than this low. So that's a good sign. So if we do break above, also same thing, Monday's high at this 321.89. We are also going to confirm a daily uptrend. So today was a good sign. That we bounced. See all these support here. Very clear we tested it in the pre-market again. Bounce off of the same spot. So we just need to break above this high to confirm a daily uptrend right there. There's a lot of very clear levels of support for these big techs. And yesterday I said that because we're extreme fear already, we may get a shift, slight shift. So I don't think there is that much downside. Even if we're going to get more downside, we still need a slight bounce to cool things off a little bit and then get more downside, right? But we'll be able to see when it comes because trends will be our guide. So we'll see if these guys can, all these big tech can confirm the daily uptrends back to their favor. Because if they do, they would likely get a lot more follow through. And then QQQ will probably get a bigger bounce overall, which QQQ will help S&P 500. And we'll probably get a bounce in the overall market. All right, let's take a look at Meta. Same thing, still rejecting from this resistance. We're in a looking line, rejection 3 times here. Rejection, rejection, rejection 4 times here. Couldn't get over it. But we bounced off of support. So take a look at the support. Support, 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 support. 4 times here. Bounced off of it exactly at that spot today where we opened. So pretty much tiny range. We are as tight as it gets. Probably gonna break tomorrow. And we are just under it. Probably, let's see. Yeah. So we get a big green candle tomorrow. Then we have maybe our first candle that will close above this downtrending resistance line. If we do, we're coming back to test this 310 and 313 range. But if we come back down here again, then we will be testing the bottom of this level again, which will act as support at 300 now. This uptrending support here. So you can see it's like a triangle, it just tightens up the range. Yeah, we are very soon, very, very soon. All right, that's all I got for you guys. And if you would like, share, and subscribe, you guys made it this far. And if you would join the memberships, if you guys want to support the channel, and I do Sunday videos for members only. And I will see you guys tomorrow for more updates. Have a great rest of you guys' day.